To our special coverage now of Australia's intensifying drought crisis.
Our reporter Andrea Crothers has been visiting some of the hardest affected regions in southwest Queensland and is now heading towards Collarenebri in New South Wales. This morning we find Andrea in the border town of Hebel. Andrea, how bad is it there?
Good morning, Pete and Laura. Well, it is very noticeable just how bad it does get as you drive down from Durrumbandi towards Hebel here. Now, we are heading away from that irrigation country, more into country here where people make a living off either livestock or dry land cropping when it is a good rainfall season, although they haven't had that, obviously, for many years. Now, we are still near the southern edge of Cubbie Station, Australia's largest cotton producer, which, as we know, when it comes to these times of drought, it is quick to have the finger pointed at it, people saying, well, Cubbie must have all the water, why doesn't it release it and help these drought-stricken towns? Now, Cubbie Station actually opened its gates to Sky News yesterday to reveal that it's just as bone dry as the rest of this drought-ravaged area. Yes, there are water storages as far as the eye can see, dams that, when put together, can actually have enough water to fill Sydney Harbour. Now, this is something it is often criticised about, although this actually only happens once every 10 years on average. Now, the last time Cubbie Station did pump any water for irrigation purposes was in April 2017. That was only a small portion of its entitlement due to the lack of water. And really, there will be no cotton grown around Durrumbandi and this sort of southern area at all this year. And last year, there was only 1% of it grown. So Cubbie says that it really isn't hoarding water as it's been accused of.
Cubbie extracts water when the rivers are in major flood. In years when it's low flow or no flow, there's no water here on farm in the low flow years. We only take a small percentage of the resource and the times.
And Andrea, locals tell you they've been made a scapegoat for Murray-Darling water woes. What have they been saying to you?
That's right, Laura. Obviously, this is a community that is struggling with the dry, just as everyone else, and they are getting a bit fed up of the repeated political attacks now, whether it be over the water that may or may not be held at Cubbie, whether it be about the other controversy regarding the Murray-Darling and cotton growing as well, with many, well, some saying that it shouldn't even be grown in Australia. Now, one business says that its business in the last 2 years alone dropped 30%, and it says that they are really just getting tired and fed up of this political rhetoric.
Anybody that thinks there's water there, you're misleading yourself. There's nothing there. They're not growing a shallot. Without Cubbie at this minute, our business would decline by another 15%.
There's no water here to grow cotton because it hasn't rained. Simple as that.
Now, as for today, we are on our way to Collarenebri. We are in the border town of Hebel, which, as you can see, there's a great-looking little pub behind me. In my view, it's one of the best pubs in Queensland. It still actually has the wooden posts out the front for you to tie your horse up to, although there have been some local legends who are known to actually walk the horse right up to the bar and grab themselves a schooner of beer. So I would encourage anyone to head down this way and help some of these communities.